Finally, CJAX has come back with another video that we need to fucking hear, okay? Because Raw was sucked tonight, man. I don't know what the fuck Hunter was thinking, man, but I want to hear some CJAX right now because I am just fed up with words and we need to hear his.
Oh my goodness, I am so drained out with this nonsense, man, every single week. Goodness gracious, bro. This episode of Raw was not bad, okay? But it wasn't good. And this is the Raw after WrestleMania. These need to be hitting on all cylinders. And this was just nonsense after nonsense after nonsense, man. I mean, come on at this point. We have all these storylines that are headed nowhere fast. So what? Braun Breakers with Seth Rollins. Why did CM Punk get turned on by Paul Heyman? Why did Paul Heyman turn on Punk and turn on Roman? Why did Paul Heyman side with Seth Rollins? Why is Paul Heyman even out there? Why is he even involved in all of this when it was established a couple weeks ago in the segment with Seth, right? That Seth literally told him, hey, you know what? You don't need to be involved in any of this at all. You need to, save your bacon and get out of here. That's what he told him. And that was the best option for Paul to do. Paul's supposed to be this smart character, but he's acting stupid. Roman Reigns is supposed to be someone who learns from his mistakes, a smart, a legendary wrestler in the storyline and out of the storyline. And you look at it, and Roman Reigns made the same mistake at Mania 40 that he made where he hit Seth and it cost him the belt because he was focused on other things. He did the same thing this year and got hit by a low blow and got curb stomped and lost the match because of it. They make Roman look like an idiot. You have a situation where Paul Heyman now looks stupid. Seth Rollins and Paul Heyman just doesn't look right. It doesn't fit, and you know it. Look at this. This is a disaster. We're supposed to be told that Seth Rollins is the future of the industry. He's the next future star. He's 40 years old. What kind of future star you know that's 40 years old, man? Come on. This is ridiculous at this point. Like, this is so unbelievable. Braun Breaker is obviously going to turn against Seth Rollins at some point after, being fed up or getting abused or whatever the heck happens. And eventually Braun Breaker will turn on Seth Rollins and then he'll become the official Paul Heyman guy, the only Paul Heyman guy. And Rollins will get turned on and he'll go back to feuding with Braun and then move on to something else. And that's it. We can see this from a mile away. Braun Breaker is going to be the next Paul Heyman guy, and he's going to be the new dude they push to be the next generation Cena or Roman or, Stone Cold or Rock-esque big-time figure. And it's not going to work, I'm telling you right now. Braun Breaker's got amazing talents, he's got a good future, but if you think that this dude is going to be anything on the level of Brock Lesnar when he was with Heyman, Roman Reigns, who literally elevated the industry, from the doldrums of the late 2010s with his run, and literally put a lot of elements of the company on the map again, and had one of the greatest runs in the history of the company, and elevated himself into the GOAT combo. I don't think he's in the GOAT combo because I like, Rock and Cena, I think are better, probably Taker and maybe Stone Cold as well, but you get the point. It's not maybe Stone Cold, it is Stone Cold is better. You know what I'm saying? But still, you get the point. Roman's in top 10 combos. You think Braun Breaker's going to elevate himself in a top 10, top 5 combos? Come on, man. He ain't even better than CM Punk. Like, it's so ridiculous. Everything else was just, for every good thing you had on the show, you had something bad. It's just it drains the life out of you, man. This episode sucked the life out of me after watching a garbage Mania weekend and then following up with this Lifeless Raw episode that was just the example of mediocrity. It was just mid. Not bad, not good, just mid. I mean, come on, man. Anyways, we start off with John Cena starting the show. It would be great to be excited for this, but I mean, let's be honest here. I'm hyped for Cena having the 17th belt. It's better than starting off the show with, I respect you, I love you, I need you. You know what I'm saying? Wheatley, so good, I drink it neatly. I'm like, it's better than that, but still. John Cena's match last night with Cody was so bad on WrestleMania. It just was trash. But anyways, we get reintroduced. Cena comes out, basically, right? He has the all-black entrance and all this stuff, so they're fully committing to this bit, which is just ridiculous at this point. The fact that Cena's in his last year and Triple H couldn't book ahead and just have Cena beat Gunther while Cena was a face, and that way you have Cena get the 17th World Championship, but also, be able to win the belt while being a face, so you could still maintain that, nostalgia act throughout the rest of the year and have him be the Cena we all know and love, but they had to change it, to make a makeshift shock factor move, and now here we are, so whatever. He comes out, and he has to be reintroduced as the GOAT, GOAT, the world champion, the last real champion, you know what I'm saying? And as a legend, John Cena. And so the announcer does that. And then the crowd says, we are sorry, because Cena says you guys don't even apologize for the abuse, which was kind of funny. And then Cena says, you guys mean nothing to me. But what does matter is the fact that I have 27 dates left in this year, and I just need to show up. I don't need to wrestle. I don't need to prove anything to you guys. I'm taking the title, and I'm leaving forever. You know what I'm saying? So that's the situation with that. And then John Cena basically brings up the fact that, he doesn't need to wrestle, but I'm like, neither did Cody or Gunther, or even Roman when he was part-timing it up. So it's like, well, what does it matter? Our last 3 world champions didn't wrestle at all, so I mean, why does this matter anymore? Anyways, we then get to the part where he basically says that, the reason I took this title back is because, speaking of that, we're going to be talking about Miss Rhea Ripley, I'm going to take back my title, I never lost, yeah, all that stuff. We're going to talk about that, but basically, you have a situation where John Cena brings up the fact that the best you guys had to stop me was Cody Rhodes. You guys turned your back on him after he finished the story. You were cheering for him, and then on Friday you booed him, then you cheered him, and then on Sunday you booed him out of the building. That's the best you got. You guys are dorks, jerks, all the stuff, all those names, whatever the heck, and that's basically all that was. Pretty good point. I mean, the fans did turn on him, but to be fair, Cody Rhodes is always a mid-carder pretending to be a main eventer. Once a jobber, always a jobber. I've been saying that. And then he says, no one can beat me, and the real last champ is here, and then he gets Randy Orton pops into the frame, and then Randy Orton hits him with a big RKO, and this is obviously setting up the fact that Orton and Cena are going to run it back one last time for the WWE title at Backlash in Randy's hometown of St. Louis, Missouri, okay? So that's the situation with that. This is going to be a pretty good nostalgia pop when it happens. This is pretty cool, I guess you could say, but the in-ring match, nobody's actually excited for the in-ring. Let's be real here. All we're here for is the storyline and the build for it, and knowing that Cena is going to be on SmackDown this Friday gives me a little bit of optimism that this build might end up being good if he shows up, this Friday and then shows up again maybe 1 or 2 more shows before Backlash. It could be nice, but we'll just have to see how it plays out. I'm looking forward to it. Obviously, it's Orton and Cena, so this is a lot better. You have to admit, this is a lot better than, Cody Rhodes and, Solo Sikoa or Cody and AJ Styles after last year. But, again, with the bad match in-ring quality, who even knows what's going to happen with this? It might not be better than that. And the fact that they had to make John Cena into this heel gimmick is just really stupid. They could have planned this out ahead and would have never had to deal with all this nonsense. But you could have had heel Orton versus face Cena one more time. But whatever, man. Then we get to the next deal. We had, absolute damage control for the Becky Hogan situation, where Becky Lynch clearly marched back in and stole, Bayley's spot at WrestleMania. And because she stole Bayley's spot at WrestleMania, fans were all upset all over the internet and stuff like that.
You live in Don fans ain't shit, man.
And calling her Becky Hogan and all that, and she also pinned Liv Morgan for a championship that, Liv Morgan earned. And
earned? Where you get the word earned from? Earned? What do you mean earned?
The match was pointless anyways in the first place. But Becky just stomped back in after a year of being gone and won the belt and pinned Liv to do it. It was dumb. So,
what you mean it was... What? What you mean it was dumb? Becky Lynch was a lifesaver. You know how many people cried when Becky Lynch came back? Bro, what? Come on, man. CJAX, man... When it comes to Liv Morgan, man, he just feel like he got to say positive things about her. Man, come on. That was not, man. Becky Lynch did Lyra a favor, all right? She became double champion. She became she's not only Intercontinental champion, she's tag team champion. I mean, come on, man. Be happy for Lyra. At least she's double champion. Yeah, she couldn't keep it, but what you expect? I told you that... this is what they should have done. If they would have waited till Backlash, like I wanted, they would have lost the titles and then Becky betray her. But y'all didn't do that. You did it tonight. You did it at Wrestle. And by the way, this video will come out Tuesday morning. Just want to let you guys know. But however, bro, this should have happened at Backlash. Why would you do this tonight? Now Liv and Raquel are 4-time tag team champions, which we knew, by the way. We knew one day they were going to be. I told you, Backlash, they would have won it back. But instead, you had them win it back on Raw. Why? When you could have done that at Backlash. I can't believe CJAX is talking so positive about Liv Morgan. Bro, this should have been at Backlash. But instead, you have it at Raw. The next day after WrestleMania. You know damn well Liv Morgan can't beat Becky Lynch. And she's still running around here saying, I retired Becky. But she came back. That's bitch shit. Now, I hope Becky beat her ass. Don't get me wrong. I hope Becky beat her ass. I don't care if she's heel. I don't care. I don't even care if Rhea's heel. Beat the fuck out of Liv Morgan, please. All right? Because right now, the crowd is starting to like Liv and Raquel, and I don't understand it. Y'all didn't care about them weeks ago, and then all of a sudden, they lose at WrestleMania, and now you like them now? Because they want it back clean? Wow. I don't get it. I just don't get it. Thanks a lot, Hunter. You just ruined Lyra's moment. I mean, yes, this is a good build-up for her and Becky, but where do they go from here? Becky becomes Intercontinental Champion? Who's she going to challenge for? Who? And you bet not say Liv Morgan. Because at some point, if Liv Morgan becomes double champion and Raquel doesn't, then it's over. Those two will betray each other. I know it for sure. Raquel will get jealous and she will do her ass wrong because the title is supposed to be on Raquel, not Liv Morgan. But everybody's saying, have her be IC champion. Have her be IC champion. For what? For the fans? You're not going to tell me that, man, no. We can't have Liv Morgan's double champion. We did that at Crown Jewel. Don't do that again. Come on. Raquel deserved better. Why can't she be... Okay, if you're going to do that, make up for it somehow. Have Raquel go after Chelsea Green. Have her go after the United States title. I don't care. Just take it. That way they both can be double champion, and then we'll have something to cheer about. But if you're just going to do one or the other, then I would rather for it to be Raquel, because it's not fair that Liv Morgan has to be double champion again while Raquel can't be. I don't care if Raquel suck. Do something, bro. Otherwise, separate them. Because I'm sick and tired of this shit. Everybody on Twitter is talking about when the Judgment Day going to end. It's going to end when Finn is gone, Dom is gone, and hopefully Liv. And hopefully Raquel, Carlito, and JD. But like I said, something has to shake. I don't know what it has to be, but hopefully, I don't know. Hopefully the Wyatts will come back. Well, what am I saying? We don't know when the Wyatts coming back. I give up, man. Let's continue with the video. Let's continue.
In this match, Liv and Raquel win the titles back, and this match was much better than the WrestleMania match they had less than 24 hours ago. So it just goes to show you that the Mania matches we were getting were Raw matches. They were Raw matches, man. And we just got a rematch already from a Mania match. We got Dominic and Penta fighting each other again like they did yesterday at Mania. These are Raw matches that we were getting on a Mania card. And you wonder why it was bad and why fans are upset they spent over $10,000 to $15,000, $20,000 to watch night 2. If I blew $20,000 to watch that garbage they put on display the last 2 days, I don't even know what I would do. I would retire. I'd never turn on wrestling ever again. Ever. Anyways, we get to the end of this match. Becky Lynch, after her and Lyra lose because Liv hits the Oblivion on Lyra, and that's the end. Becky Lynch just turns heel just for the sake of turning heel. That's it. There's no reason behind it. There's nothing. There's nothing here. The whole mentor storyline with her and Lyra was never fleshed out. It was never developed. So Becky Lynch just turns heel, and then she hits Lyra with the manhandle slam, and the crowd is chanting one more time, because these fans are bots and the booking sucks. The faces now are booed and the heels are cheered. We just saw it with Cody, and we're seeing it with Cena now. And we also saw it in certain situations later on the night, which we'll talk about in a second, with Dominic Mysterio and with a couple others. But that doesn't matter. We're not even talking about that yet. The booking is so bad that faces get treated like heels, and heels get treated like faces. And Triple H has done nothing to build and develop these characters. That's why you get these characters who get beat up, and they're getting booed while they're getting beat up, or they're getting cheered while they're getting beat up. That's the situation you have now, man. These fans, the booking is so horrible. It's horrible. You have Bianca getting booed for no reason. You have Lyra Valkyria getting booed, not getting booed, but getting cheered for the fact that she's getting beat up. The crowd is happy she's getting destroyed in the middle of the ring. The crowd is happy that Bianca is getting destroyed in the middle of the ring. The crowd is happy that Dominic Mysterio, a full-blown heel, is getting wins. This is stupid. The booking is trash, so the crowd doesn't know what to do, so they just judge off of, some interviews they've seen or how they feel about the character, so they just cheer them. That's it. There's no real heels in wrestling anymore. You know what I'm saying? And once Roman Reigns turned face, that was that. You ain't got no more real heels, bro. You got nothing. Nothing like it. Like it's as simple as that. Once him and Rock dipped out, that's done. That's done now. So, whatever, man. Becky Lynch is heel, nobody cares.
Well, I do want to say this. Shout out to Lyra Valkyria. and for winning the 2 titles. I mean, even though I disagree like 99% of this booking tonight, yesterday. I just want to say, man, I enjoy the WrestleMania moment night 2 of you winning the tag team title and still having your IC belt. So the fact that you'll go down in history as double champion, I'm proud of you. And I just hope that this build up with Becky Lynch will elevate you to become the next Becky Lynch, So hopefully this rivalry you have with Becky and Bayley will help you elevate, but I don't know if Becky's going to take your title away, but I just hope that, you'll be able to elevate even if you win or lose. So we'll see what happens, but I just have so much to say, but I just want to, just leave it at that because I just want to give Lyra all her flowers for what happened at WrestleMania Night 2. So I'm sorry about what happened with the booking of, the rematch between you and Becky and Liv and Raquel. I'm sorry that you won't be able to face Tatum or Gigi at NXT, but at least you had a WrestleMania moment, and I'm just glad you had your first win. Thanks to your, thanks to Becky. So we'll see what happens down the road, but I just want to say I'm proud of you. I respect you. And if I had a chance to speak to you, I would tell you that to your face. I would even say that over the phone. So I just want to say, man, even though I'm mad at Hunter right now, I am happy that he booked that match, with, having her team up with Becky. For WrestleMania Night 2. So happiest moment ever for me and my supporters and my subscribers. So thank you, Lyra. We appreciate you. We respect you. And thank you, Hunter, for booking that match. Thank you for having Lyra have her first ever win for WrestleMania. So, yeah, I'm just going to leave it at that. So, yeah. Thank you, Lyra. Thank you, Hunter. Thank you.
Then WWE brings up social media views on WrestleMania weekend and how they had 1 billion social media views. Again, Triple H said the internet isn't real, so why are we bringing up internet statistics? You understand what I'm saying? It's only when it fits their narrative that they bring up social media views. Oh, we got 1 billion views. But then when the fans are bashing it, it's, oh, shut the F up, guys. Shut the F up and just watch it as a fan. Don't watch it as a critic. Rah, rah.
Bro, that's how Liv Morgan sound. Let's play a game called How Liv Morgan Sound.
Rah, 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 rah.
What is this? This nigga what I said. Probably with a bitch or two if I'm delivering a square. How we get into a struggle? Got my knife. Bro, that's how he said it.
I'm the gamer, feeder. This is so stupid, man. Anyways, let me get to the New Day segment. The New Day come out. They basically brag about how they won the championships. And Xavier Woods continues this thing where he's like, thank God for the New Day. It's pretty funny. And then Maxine Dupree comes out and cuts a promo basically talking about how Otis and Tozawa, beat the New Day the last time they fought. And, this sets up a little impromptu match between the two teams. And after this happens, we basically get a situation where the New Day is about to fight them. And then we get the return of Rusev. You're probably thinking, why are you not hyped for Rusev? Well, actually, you're probably not thinking that because you should realize Rusev is a jobber. He was in WWE. He was treated like a jobber. He never really had any talents beyond what he was booked. He was super over with the Rusev Day stuff, don't get me wrong, but be real with yourself. Rusev is not a world championship level wrestler. He's not even an intercontinental title level wrestler anymore because he ain't better than Braun Breaker who just had it. So that's that. Rusev will be relevant for a month or two since he's back, and maybe if he gets over again off Rusev Day, it might work, but it looks like he's a heel, so who even knows? But he beats up Tozawa and Otis, and that's pretty much that. Rusev will be faded into oblivion in the ocean of irrelevancy in about a month or two, so I really could care less about this. He went to AEW, he came over here as, he was Miro first, now he's Rusev. It's just like, dude, whatever. Anyways, then we get Io Sky comes out with her world championship, basically saying that, Bianca and Rhea weren't focused, and so, they were some of the best in this business, and I beat the best, so I'm the best. Really, it was as simple as that. That's all she said. Crowds chanting, "You deserve it, you deserve it," as if she hasn't already been champ for 2 months straight at this point. Like, whatever. I'm done. I don't even have it in me to complain about this stuff. Dude, whatever. Who cares? The fans are just bots. It is what it is. Then we get Stephanie Vaquer coming out, and this was actually really awesome. My favorite part of the night by far was Stephanie Vaquer coming out. We need more of this. The Javon Evans, Oba family, and Trick Williams triple threat at NXT Stand and Deliver this weekend was the best wrestling match I saw.
I agree. Y'all go check out my stream. I agree.
All weekend, including main roster and including this. It was the best match of the weekend by far. It wasn't even remotely close. You understand? They need to bring more of this out. Bring in guys like Devon Evans or Trick Williams or someone, to come up here and have main roster matches just to see how they perform in the big stages on the main roster. That's what you need to do. Not rehash the same matches with Pete Dunne and Ludwig and Penta and Dominic and Finn every single week. It's done. It just gets to a point at this point. It's just like, dude, I can't do this anymore. I really cannot. We're reaching a point where it literally is becoming a genuine tediousness for me to actually show up and watch these episodes now, because nothing is good. You have two things to look forward to: whatever Cena's doing and whatever Roman is doing. Outside of that, and whatever Punk is doing as well. Outside of those three things, nothing else matters. This is stupid. Stephanie Vaquer versus Io Sky was a really solid match. I actually enjoyed it. There was good moves. There was good selling as well. And the match started to get better, I thought, the longer it dragged out. Until we had a stupid ending where we had a random heel turn from Julia from NXT. And Roxanne Perez comes out and has a brawl segment as well. And then Rhea Ripley's music hits. She comes out there, scares them away, has a stare down with Julia, and then holds the title with Io. And she's like, "I'm coming back for that title." So again, she's going to take back a title that she never lost. Yeah. What is this, man?
I told you he was going to get mad. Thanks a lot, Hunter.
This is all Rhea's character is. This is why I don't get why she's so over. It makes no sense. Other than the fact that there's a lot of goons on social media, on the internet, and on Twitter and stuff.
Liv Morgan has goons too, bro.
That are just obsessed with her. Like, other than that, there's no reason for her to be over. She contributes nothing to any story. And on top of that, she's not a great in-ring performer when you compare her to people like Io Sky. Io Sky has good matches with literally everyone, and the only bad or mediocre matches he's had over the last year, I remember, have been with Rhea Ripley. Like, Rhea Ripley is a good wrestler in ring, but she ain't Io. She ain't Bianca. Like, come on. She ain't even Stephanie Vaquer. So it's just, this whole situation with Rhea has really sucked the life out of the women's division, but it is what it is, man. I don't even know what to say about this whole thing. A good match that deserved an actual finish gets ruined for nonsense to build an NXT stuff-related feud that no one cares about. No one cares about this, man. Julia has failed. She is a jobber. Stephanie Vaquer is clearly more over than her because people actually care about her gimmick and care about her wrestling. Julia just doesn't have it, and it's as simple as that. Let's move on.
I still like Julia.
Now we have the yeet ceremony. This is literally as simple as it just sounded. Jey Uso comes out and yeets for 10 minutes and then talks on the mic and says these words word for word. "I did it, Oos. I beat him, Oos. I did it, Oos. I did it. I beat him. I did it. I beat him. Yeet. Yeet." Then he yeets. Sami Zayn comes out. Sami Zayn then proceeds to say, "I'm proud of you. You deserve it. I respect you. I love you. I need you. I appreciate you. I love you." And then he goes out there and basically said that to Jey Uso. And then they start yeeting. And then Jimmy Uso comes out and they all start yeeting together and hugging. And that's it. That's it. No heel turns, no nothing. Thankfully, no heel turns because it wouldn't have made any sense. I'm glad they didn't do that. And I'm just glad that this happened. I'm glad that he didn't do the heel turn, but this segment was a waste of time. It was a literal yeet ceremony for Jey Uso, who came out on the mic the moment after winning a world title, the biggest moment of his life, and all he had to say was, "I did it, I did it, I did it, yeet." It's just so pitiful at this point, man. This is your world heavyweight champion. Just think about that for a second and just sleep on that. Then you have Gunther comes out and chokes Pat McAfee for literally no reason. Michael Cole apparently had some comments to say about Gunther. I don't remember what these comments are. I don't know what these comments are. And quite frankly, I don't care what these comments were. There is no reason why we have to see Gunther, who is just the world heavyweight champion, proceeding to now eventually have a feud, it looks like, with Pat McAfee. This is a disaster. Gunther's just upset now, so he's back at the bottom. Gunther was just world champion. Now he's at the bottom. He's a bottom feeder feuding with announcers. What is this? It's cool that he attacked announcers. It shows some rage, but this would have been good on the build to Mania, him attacking people and showing he's willing to rage against anyone. He's upset. That would have been good for the Mania build, not for this. I don't give a crap about this now. Why are you choking out Pat McAfee? Nobody cares about this, and you know that. Anyways, we get to Penta versus Dominic Mysterio, which is a pointless waste of time, and that's all I have to say about this match.
You motherfucking right?
Dominic Mysterio gets the W. JD McDonough returns. It's good to see him back and healthy after the injury scare that he had, a couple months ago with the situation where he hit the announce table or whatnot. But this is just a waste of time, man. We just saw Penta and Dominic yesterday at WrestleMania. Now we're seeing them again in a meaningless IC title defense. And the crowd is cheering Dominic for some reason because everyone is booked poorly. There's no real heels getting booed. There's no real faces getting cheered. Even with Seth Rollins in the main event segment, which we'll talk about in a second, he comes out and there's just mixed reactions. Crowd doesn't know whether to boo him or whether to cheer him. You have people going, whoa, people saying boo, people saying F you Heyman, people saying, yeah, go Seth, people saying you suck, people saying OTC, OTC, people saying CM Punk, CM Punk. The crowd's torn up and thrown across the place and has no idea what to decide on, what to cheer for, what to boo for, because the booking leaves you mysteriously, you have no idea what's happening. It's confusing, it's nonsensical, and it puts the audience in a weird spot where they have no idea what to cheer for. No idea at all. So, I don't understand any of this booking, but that was this match with Penta and Dom. They all stand there with their belts. I don't care. Nobody cares. The Judgment Day storyline is dead. Dominic needs to disband from them, and so does Finn Balor. We need to move on from this immediately. Okay, this needs to happen effective immediately.
Well, unfortunately, Finn is going to probably get kicked out, because, he's probably going to, attack Dom, which I think that's a bad idea. I think you should wait until you get the moment. But again, maybe my suggestion is maybe next time Dom gets a match with somebody, you can add yourself in it. And this time you can pin him just like he did to you at WrestleMania instead of trying to, attack him and beat him up. And Finn, if you're not going to end your Dom, then really there's no point of you even attacking him. I'm sorry to say it. It's not going to work. Okay? And I'm still trying to figure out why JD is happy for Dom when, the man tried to replace him with somebody else. I don't even know if they had that conversation yet. So I don't know what Finn gonna do. I really hope he has a plan, because if he don't got no plan and he just randomly attack him and Dom is able to come back the next day, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to side with Dom. I am gonna side with Dom because he beat you clean. You know what I'm saying? Now, if he say anything else, then I'll defend you. But if he say, hey, I beat you clean at WrestleMania, I can't say nothing. Okay? It's just like with Liv and Raquel. If Lyra come back and say, you did this, you did that, Liv can come back and say, I beat you, along with Becky Lynch, that I retired, which that's cap, by the way. The retirement thing, that's cap. But her beating Lyra, that's not cap. That's true. She did beat you clean, and I have to defend it because it's true. All right? I saw it, and honestly, I'm disappointed how the booking was set up to be, because I really didn't want Liv Morgan to do that, because if you're able to beat Lyra clean, then why can't you beat Becky clean? That's the part I need people to understand. Like, okay, yeah, you beat Lyra, right? You did beat Lyra, but you didn't beat Becky. Becky pinned you at WrestleMania, and you pinned Lyra to make it up. That's it. You can't help but laugh, bro, because it's so funny. It's funny how Liv literally lie about things after she just went through what she went through at WrestleMania. And it's just like, come on, Liv. You lost against Becky Lynch clean. And you had to beat Lyra. All of a sudden you beat Lyra clean, and you thinking that's a makeup for what just happened at WrestleMania? Come on, man. You lost. You lost against Becky. And you still talking down on her. You still talking down. And then we get a heel turn from Becky. No, Becky, we need you to go after Liv. And Rhea, why are you going after the title? Go after Liv Morgan. You two need to go after Liv Morgan, because if you don't, I promise you, she will continue to run her mouth, and it's all because of your egos. So why is Io Sky and Lyra being attacked? Those two need to fight each other. Io Sky versus Lyra Valkyria. That's what we need to see. Not Becky versus Lyra, not Rhea versus Io Sky again. I mean, we don't need that. Oh, we're good. We're good. We're good. All right? Go after Liv Morgan. Don't go after these two. They're innocent. I don't know what to say. And the only way that Judgment Day will separate is if Finn can figure out how to, get JD to wake up and get Liv Morgan to wake up. That's the only way to do it. And then as for Raquel and Carlito goes, I don't know. I just don't know. Raquel gonna follow anywhere Liv go, and Carlito gonna follow anywhere Raquel go. Now maybe those two can team up with Dom, but I don't know. But that would be good for Raquel, because then she'll have a babyface turn. Even though right now the crowd is cheering for Liv and Raquel, it's still, they're supposed to be heel, okay? And the fact that they got to face Gigi and Tatum is just sad to me, because why they got to face Chemical X, knowing that they're not going to be able to beat Liv and Raquel, but at the end of the day, they got no competition. So who are they going to face now? Who is Liv and Raquel going to face? Because Alexa Bliss is nowhere to be found, and the Bella's talking about they're going to come back. But when? SummerSlam? No, we need you to come before SummerSlam. Because I want Liv Morgan to have a single match at SummerSlam. This has to end before SummerSlam. It has to. Because if it don't, Liv is not going to be able to main event at her hometown. And Cardi B's the host. And she's not even from New Jersey. She's from the Bronx. So something has to shake. Something has to change. Otherwise, we're doomed. Liv Morgan's not going to main event SummerSlam, and it's all because of Triple H's bookings. So at this point, instead of y'all complaining about the loss that Liv and Raquel had yesterday, or 2 days ago, why don't you complain about Hunter's bookings? Why don't you complain about that? Why don't you boycott Hunter Triple H? Why don't you boycott TKO? Why don't you boycott them? Instead of trying to be focusing on something else, when are we going to have accountability? When are we going to stand for justice? Because I know deep inside, y'all are upset about this booking. But you won't say nothing. So, good luck, Balor. You're going to need it, but I don't know how Balor's going to do this. The only person he can win over is JD. As for Liv Morgan, she has to lose the belts. So, Finn, what you going to do? You going to cost her the belts? Because if you do it, that would be great, because then that way she can wake up. But you got to talk to her, though. You can't just be like, me. You got to be like, okay, me and you. So have a conversation with her. I don't know. I don't think it's going to happen soon, but still have a conversation with Liv Morgan. Come on, man. And hopefully we could get Alexa Bliss, because maybe she could team up with Finn Balor. Maybe she could team up with him. But in order for that to happen, you're going to have to confess to your sins, because Alexa Bliss, she's part of the Wyatts, and she is about family. So you're going to have to confess. You're going to have to treat her like Jesus and admit your sins. And hopefully she'll walk in forgiveness with you. Because at some point, something has to shake. And I promise you, people will not boo Alexa Bliss. They will not. Okay? They won't. They won't, bro. So once Alexa Bliss shut Liv Morgan down, people are going to start booing Liv Morgan. You want to know why? Because they realize that you can't top the goddess when she has the diary of exposure. So I can't wait. But right now, all we can do is wait. So we got, God, August is going to be coming real soon, man. Damn. We got to figure this out, man. Damn. Let's get back to the video.
Now, we have to quickly go over this Karrion Kross and AJ Styles segment because, quite frankly, this is stupid. Karrion Kross cut some YouTube promo or some social media promo like yesterday night or something like that, or this morning, and he basically was losing his mind, telling people to go F themselves, telling people in the suits to go F themselves, look at everything he's done for this business and in this business, and he gets no reward for it. Dude, nobody cares. Nobody cares. For the last year and a half, Karrion Kross has been giving out bad content, mediocre story. Not even mediocre, just bad stories. Hence why he hasn't even been on TV for like 80% of the last 6-7 months. Like, I've never seen a jobber more confident than Karrion Kross. You are a jobber. If you have been telling bad stories for the last year and a half, and they have to build hype for you, so they let you go out and cut a shoot promo, you know what I'm saying, or a mixture of a shoot and a work, whatever you want to call it, with him on social media. You have this dude, being touted on social media how great he is, but he comes out to the general crowd and he gets a very mediocre, lackluster pop. They're manufacturing hype for Karrion Kross because they know that he's been booked poorly, and they know that his actual talents in ring and out of ring are not that great. They're not. And if they are that great, then prove it. Let's see a year-length consistency from Karrion Kross on the mic and in the ring, and then maybe I'll believe in this guy. How about that? Do that just like every other great world championship talent or even intercontinental championship level talent has had to do that at some point for the most part. That's what happens. You don't just show up and because you cut a good social media promo, now all of a sudden you get a world title. Push this guy to the moon. Push Karrion Kross. I don't give a crap. How about that? Him and Scarlett, both of them jobbing out, in catering. It's great. I hope that they keep their jobs, and I hope that they eventually do great things in WWE. But man, stop manufacturing a push and manufacturing the love for this dude that, again, when he was coming out repeatedly for the last, month for this AJ and Logan feud, and even before that, no one cared about this guy. He got zero reaction from the crowd. The crowd gave zero reaction to AOP and Karrion Kross and his wife. It's over. Stop manufacturing hype for jobbers. This is why the company is where it's at. You manufacture hype for bums, and they get the world titles, and they get IC belts, and they do nothing with it. Sami Zayn, he's the big underdog. He gets the IC belt, does nothing with it. Jey Uso's the big guy. He re-earned this. You deserve it. You deserve it. Wins the world title. Watch how bad this reign is. You know what I'm saying? Like Gunther. Yeah, Gunther's done amazing, man. He was Intercontinental Champion for 2 years. Yeah. Now look at his championship reign with the world title. It was awful. You understand? Cody Rhodes, yeah, you deserve it. Cody, finish the story. He got it. It sucked. Stop. You guys don't know what you're talking about, man. Leave the actual judges of legitimate talent, right? Legitimately should be based off of people who are cutting consistently good promos and wrestling consistently great matches. Those are the people who and also are telling stories, selling merch, and also are super over with the audience. Those are the type of people who should actually be getting pushed. Not someone who only has one of those 5 or 6 traits. Not someone who has 2 of those 5 or 6 traits, but has at least 5 out of the 6 or all 6. That's the person who needs to be getting pushed. Not these jobbers running up from catering with ketchup and fries in their hands. Put the fries in the bag, bro. You got your ketchup and your fries in catering. Now you want to come on and cut a social media promo, and all of a sudden we're supposed to glaze it? You're headed to the main roster. You're amazing. You're awesome. No, it doesn't work like that. You have to earn it. It's like anything else in life. Nobody becomes great because of 1 or 2 good moments. I don't give a crap about that. Was LeBron become good after 2 games? Is that what we're doing now? LeBron has 2 good games and all of a sudden he's in the GOAT combo? No. You build it over time. You build a legacy. You build a lineage of greatness and consistency and success. And that's why this ending segment was the exact model of the opposite of that. Because there is no consistency here. There is no storyline here. There is no good moment here. This is stupid. Seth Rollins comes out, and him and Heyman have nothing to offer to explain why the heel turn happened. Why Roman decided to, why Paul Heyman low-blowed Roman. Why he low-blowed Punk. Why he sided with Rollins. No explanation given at all. Barely any words spoken by either person. And the crowd's mixed around. Some people are chanting, whoa. Some people are chanting other stuff. It's nonsense. No one knows what to say about this because it's not good content. It's not. I don't give a crap about Seth Rollins under this current gimmick. Him and Paul Heyman does not work, and we all know this. I would be shocked if this storyline ended up being anything above a 7 out of 10. I'd be shocked, genuinely, because it's not going to happen. I don't give a crap that Seth Rollins curb stomps Roman and Punk here, because no matter what, Roman and Punk are always going to be bigger and better stars than Seth Rollins is. It doesn't matter what he does anymore. It's over. We've seen this. I hate to say this because Seth's one of my favorites, but we have to be honest with ourselves, guys. You can't convince me in this new story, this new narrative, that Seth is a 40-year-old who's going to be the next biggest star of the industry. This time passed with the Authority. We've already done this gimmick before, and he ended up still being a smaller and worse star than Roman Reigns. So it's not going to work. We've seen it already. We tried it. It didn't work. Time to move on to something else. Have Braun Breaker just be a Paul Heyman guy and spear all 3 of them and move on, and he be the new Paul Heyman guy. That's what could have happened, but instead we get nonsense and just more nonsense and more nonsense. Nobody cares about this. Who cares? Roman Reigns comes out there just to get speared. CM Punk comes out there to get curb stomped and then get speared. This is stupid, man. There's no storyline here. There's no intrigue. There's no developments. I don't give a crap about this at all. How are you going to get out of this? What, a tag team match at Backlash? Wow, cinema. No, it's not cinema. I just watched Roman Reigns carry this company for the better part of a decade, and you mean to tell me that this guy is now getting speared by randoms? Braun Breaker is considered a random by the comparison of being with guys like CM Punk, Rollins, and Roman. Compared to them, he is a random. He is a nobody compared to them. A nobody. But I'm supposed to believe in this new regime with him, Heyman, and Rollins? For what? For what? This is bad content, and you know it. This is stupid. And if this continues, I don't know how much longer I can watch these. I don't know how much longer I can watch these shows. This is garbage content, man. Triple H has beat me into oblivion to the point where I can't do this, man. Like, this is stupid. How much worse can you get than this, man? You have a Raw after Mania, and it stinks. You have a Mania, and it stinks. You have a Chamber, and it's mid. You have a Rumble, and it sucks with the wrong winners. How much more are they going to fail us as fans? I do not understand it, and I don't get it, and there will be a video on this probably tomorrow about how the fans, it might be time to just move on from Triple H, and like it already is, obviously, but the fans as a whole, there's so many different things going on with the fan base, and yeah, I don't even know, man. They've alienated the audience so bad, and it's just sad to watch this. This Raw was nothing. You missed nothing in the main event segment. Roman comes out, fights back, he Superman punches Paul Heyman, and I don't even know what even happened. I don't care anymore, man. I officially have reached the point where I'm genuinely drained. I don't care. And yeah, Roman Reigns got stomped. Punk got stopped. I don't even, like, what else is there to talk about? Paul Heyman no-sold a Superman punch. He got Superman punched and got up in like 10 seconds. What is there supposed to say about this, man? Whatever. We'll see how it all plays out, but right now I'm just drained. It's been a long Mania weekend. It's been a long, Raw after Mania, all this stuff. There's so much content, to say, just being filtered in. So it is what it is. But there you have it, man. Thank you guys so much for your support over the weekend. It's been absolutely incredible. You guys have been amazing, man. You know what I'm saying? Just, continuing to motivate, to spread positivity, continue to support, and I really do appreciate it, man. From the bottom of my heart, I got to thank you guys for that. But yeah, this episode of Raw gets a solid 5 out of 10. And that's pretty much it. I have nothing else to say about it. I'm genuinely speechless and just drained of life from this garbage product. So thank you guys so much for watching. Have a phenomenal day. Peace out and one love. And yeah, I'll be back tomorrow again. And then, yeah, we'll see. Thank you guys for watching, though. Have a phenomenal day. Peace out and one love.
That shit is sad, man. I really feel sorry for Gigi and Tatum, man. I really do. I feel bad for Lyra, and I feel bad for Io Sky. I feel bad for Stephanie, and I feel bad for all these spaces because they can't. I mean, look, some of them are okay. Some of them are not, when it comes to the crowd. But Roman's, Punk, I don't know what to say, bro. Like, this is weird as fuck. Like, I can imagine what SmackDown is going to look like. Like, what? I'm just trying to figure out, what are you going to do with Liv and Raquel that is so... What are you going to do with them now that they got the belts back? Now that they got the belts back, who are they going to face? NXT teams? Who are they going to face? When is the Bellas coming back? When is Nikki Cross and Alexa coming back? Because this is ridiculous. I'm literally trying to figure out, okay, I know you guys don't want me to mention Alexa Bliss. I get it. We don't have to mention her. Okay, cool. I'm just trying to figure out what is Ben's plan. We know he's going to get kicked out. But maybe he might quit. You never know. He might quit. He might walk out. He might say, you know what? We're done. Like, you can't kick him out. Listen, you guys are saying he's going to get kicked out, but have you ever thought about maybe he'll quit? What if he just beat up Dom one day, try to injure him, and he just say, I quit. I'm removing myself from the Judgment Day. What if he just say that? It'll make sense. He can quit. You can't kick him out if you say there's no leaders. If there's no leaders, you can't kick him out because he made this shit. Him, Dame, Rhea, they made this shit. Well, Edge is the founder, but I'm just saying they made the Judgment Day. They made the Judgment Day. JD and Dom just added in it. Like, they made the Judgment Day, and this how you come at him? I mean, I get it. Finn is jealous. But so is Liv Morgan. She's jealous too. She just got the gold back. That's why she's acting all happy and all joy, because she got the belt back. And she didn't even have to beat Becky and pin Becky to do it. She pinned Lyra. It's easy to beat Lyra. I just wish Raquel would say the same thing. But damn. I don't know what Finn gonna do, man. He asked out. You know, I don't know what he gonna do. He's pretty much done for. I mean, if you have to turn the demon in order for you to beat Dom, that's messed up. Why won't you beat him the way you are now? Well, only thing I could think of is probably because if he beat him the way he is now and JD and Carlito is by Dom's corner, it's going to be very hard for him to beat Dom because now he got people by his corner. It's going to be hard. That's what I'm saying. Finn, you need backup. You really do. You really need backup because you're on your own. You have nobody to back you up. Like, absolutely nobody. Now, you could call Alexa Bliss and the Wyatts. Okay, I won't mention her. I'm sorry, I won't mention her. But I'm just saying, maybe you could talk to JD. Maybe you could tell him, hey, you do realize he tried to replace you. You know that, right? And if JD don't know, then you need to talk. You two are cool. Y'all close. Talk to him. Hopefully he can do that next week. But, well, no, he can't do that next week. But I'm just saying, like, at some point you got to talk to JD because he coming back and he don't even realize what's going on. He's just assuming everything's all good. But that's not the case. We have the receipts. So maybe listen, we'll get to Liv later. Let's just get to JD because JD has to side with Finn because if he don't, then most likely something's something wrong. Because how is JD gonna go on Chris Van and say no new members when Finn said the same thing and now you have him come back and he's friends with Dom when he was just gonna replace him if he didn't come back? That's what I'm saying, man. Like no. I don't even know who's gonna even join the Judgment Day once once Finn is out. I don't even know. You know what I'm saying? But I don't even know. I don't even know what's his plan. I feel very, very bad for Finn Balor because now he's defenseless. He can't defend himself. He can't even say anything to Dominic Mysterio unless he can go back to the past. He can't even bring up, dude, if you talk about WrestleMania, you can't talk about it because unfortunately you lost against Dom. Now, how you going to beat him? That's what I'm saying. What can Finn do to win the crowd over? What can he do to get the people to say, hey, we like Finn now? Okay. But I'm just saying, what can Finn say to make Dom say, you know what I'm saying? Like, what can Finn do? Because only thing you could do is win over JD. Only thing you could do is win over, well, the only way you can live, like I said, the only way you can win over Liv Morgan is if you take that title off her back. Take the title off her back, and then we can get somewhere. That's my plan for Finn, and I'm going to make another video talking about it. But basically, my plan for Finn is this. Talk to JD. See if you can get to him. See if you could talk to him. See if there's any way you two can work this out. You and JD need to talk. Have a talk with JD. Start with him. And then we'll get to Liv Morgan. But until then, you need to have a plan. I just gave you clues. But right now, you're on your own, bro. You're on your own. Because the crowd like Dom now. They're starting to like Liv and Raquel now. And it's all because, they're bots. That's it. They're bots. They're the reason why Becky and Lyra lost their titles. And that's sad. Because Lyra deserved those double titles. Hey, you can say whatever you want about Lyra, but she won it. She is double champion. Well, she was double champion. And guess what? It's going down in history books. Lyra is double champion, okay? I don't want to hear shit out your mouth. Lyra is double champion. I don't care what you say. She earned it, all right? Thanks to Becky Lynch. She earned it, okay? Period, all right? Lyra's double champion. It was double champion, and it's going down in history books. So give a round of applause for Lyra. Give a round of applause for Lyra. Give a round of applause. Because at the end of the day, she didn't deserve those titles. I get it. But she won it, and we got to give her props for it. So shout out to Lyra. I don't know how she's going to beat Becky. I doubt she will beat Becky, but hopefully the rivalry will continue. Hopefully they'll have a long-term storyline so that way she can try to figure out a way to beat Becky. Or maybe they could do this. Maybe her and Lyra can team up again, and this time, Lyra can just be heel. And then they'll form a faction where they have, Piper, they have Alba, and then hopefully they could rehire Ella Dawn and Bella Davenport, and then they could form their little faction, and then it will go great. You know what I mean? Shoot. It will go good, But in the meantime, Lyra just have to go through this. I just hate to have to do it on Raw, but it is what it is. There's nothing we can do. I just know Backlash is going to be trash. But we will go stream that day. So mark your calendars for May 10th, all right? But, yeah, that shit sucked, man. Monday Night Raw was trash, man. I don't care what anyone say. It was trash. I didn't even get a chance to listen to John Cena's speech. And what happened to Roman and some Punk, I feel bad for them. But it is what it is. At least Braun got something to do, but I hate the fact that he had to go through that. Now, hopefully, Penta will figure out something else to do. But what about Kaiser? What about Sheamus? What are they going to do? Can they take the belt off of Dominic Mysterio, or does it have to be Finn? Man. I don't know what Finn going to do, man. Like I said, if he could just talk to JD, then we're getting somewhere. But the only person I could think of that could probably get to Liv is Alexa Bliss. But I know you guys don't want me to mention her, but I think she's the only person that can get Liv to wake up. Finn can't do it. No matter what Finn say, it's not going to work. You have to take the belt off of Liv. That's the only way to do it. Fuck a tag team push. Yesterday, WrestleMania just proved that their tag team push has been pushed back. They have no opponents. Who are they going to face besides Chemical X? Meta Girls? Fatal Attraction? Soluka and Zyra? You know those two are going to betray each other. So what's the point? Every time people get in the ring with Liv Morgan and Raquel Hernandez, they always have to use ego. Trish and Becky, ego. Shania and Ronda, ego. Naomi and Bianca, down the road, ego. And now last night, Becky and Lyra, ego. Every time somebody get in the ring with Liv, they always end up betraying that person. Every time they get in the ring with Liv and Raquel, they're always betraying that person. Every time an opponent get in the ring with Liv, there's always something in the way. Damn. I quit, man. I quit. Y'all get in the comment box. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, share if you're new. Y'all comment down below and let me know what you think Finn should do, man. I think he should quit. I don't think he should get kicked out because there's no rules in the group. There's no leaders. Okay? And Finn made it very clear that there's no leaders. So I say, okay, if there's no leaders, then Liv shouldn't be leading the group and neither should Dom. Okay? You should just quit. Finn, just quit. Just quit. Don't get kicked. Don't have them kick you out. Just quit. Quit. Quit and try to see if you can get a hold of JD. While everybody else, they'll figure it out. I don't know about Liv Morgan, but the only way you can get to Liv Morgan is if you take the belts off of her. So maybe one of these days or one of these months you can cost her the match. We'll see. We'll see. Damn. But FYI, if JD roll with Finn Balor, you shouldn't don't you boo him. JD have every right to betray Dom, and it's because of family trait. Okay? And if Liv Morgan betrayed Dom, we warned you multiple times. It's for the gold. She lost the gold at WrestleMania, and the only reason why she was talking confident last night, was because she knows she was going to win it back. They probably told her in advance, or they probably called her yesterday. So that's the reason. But I bet you if she faced Becky Lynch, it's over. It's over. She can't do it clean. She can't do it clean. But I'm not saying that Liv Morgan can't beat Becky. I'm just saying you're not going to put her back in retirement. You're capping. But y'all discuss down below. What's your suggestion for Finn? And do you agree with CJAX? Do you think Finn and Dom should leave the Judgment Day? Y'all let me know down below. Because like I said, JD not going nowhere just because I believe he's going to get with Finn. And the only way Dom can get kicked out of the Judgment Day is Finn get a hold of JD and Liv Morgan. Because Raquel and Carlito, they're not going to do nothing. So, yeah. All right. Y'all comment down below. Give me some suggestions because I don't have all the answers. So y'all give me some ideas down below, all right? Because I don't have all the answers. I'll make another video tomorrow, but I'm just saying, give me some suggestions because I have no answers. I have none. I got nothing. So please give me something. I'm begging y'all. All right, please comment down below. I don't care if you like this video. I don't care about the likes. I care about the comments. Comment down below and give me some suggestions because I have nothing. This is all confusing, thanks to Hunter. So please comment down below and give me some suggestions of what Finn Balor should do and what you think his next move should be. Because I feel extremely bad for him. I really do. He was playing with something and just it came back to haunt him, bro, you know? And it's all because of Liv Morgan and her tank and her I can't even say the word right now, but basically it's all because of Liv Morgan. She booked the match where she booked Dom in the match, and now look at Finn. So it was definitely a setup, but just comment down below and give me some suggestions, okay? And his jealousy is the reason why too, but everybody gets jealous. Liv is jealous of Dom secretly, and Raquel is jealous of Liv. And I don't know about JD and Carlito. Yeah, maybe Carlito's jealous of Dom because he's always with Raquel, you know? Maybe JD is jealous of Dom because he has to go. I don't know. I really don't know, but fuck this family shit. Y'all not family. Y'all co-workers. Okay? Let's just leave. So let's leave that alone, all right? Y'all get in the comment box, all right? And y'all give me some suggestions on fan, all right? I'll catch y'all later, all right? Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. Man, shut up. I'm telling myself to shut up. I don't want y'all to like. I want y'all to comment, all right? I'm out.